Hey everyone! Now that the Fire Phoenix is fully compatible with Angle Talon, time to go on the next step of the project and swap the barrel, plus a little update on this project. I'm that old nerd guy, welcome to Tech. The budget sniper project, in this case the Fire Phoenix. With the Angle Talon magazine, now it is really a promising blaster. There was something preventing us from swapping the barrel, as you could see in my mod video, but I have a very easy solution. Plus some delay on the project because the CNC internal part doesn't seem to fit, but I'm gonna get in more detail once on the table. The blaster is already open, let's go look at it. Before we go on with the barrel swap of this Fire Phoenix, a little update on the CNC part for the Sembilan Valkyrie. I made a video for it. First thing first, this part was really not the one advertised, making this particular one by design not working with this configuration because the vent hole was outside of this barrel. I bypassed the vent hole. You can go check the video for this. And this plunger tube is basically perfect, but the diameter is a hair bigger, meaning it is not gonna fit at all. There is no way, but just by a hair, meaning this blaster could accept the expanded or metal plunger tube for the Sembilan N-or the Gia Geo one. So if we fit the black metal tube here, those parts will fit the blaster. I will order the black tube to try to slap it on it, and hopefully I'm gonna have those parts inside and more air volume, meaning more power. There is only a very small modification you need to make to this part. I'm gonna show you when we get there. Now, for the barrel. This barrel is basically held by this little lip here. When you close the tip of the blaster like that, it holds the barrel inside the dart gate. The thing is, we need something to stop it. And this shell, I made some tests, okay? I made some research on it. I always do for all of my projects. I try with a little spacer ring that will go tight around it, maybe go down this shell, but it's not shallow enough in the front part, meaning I would have had to go with the rear part and maybe cut some line in it, and I didn't like that. So I decided to go with, if I was to cut the blaster, I decided to go with another, maybe more permanent solution, which is part of a worker Swift dart gate. I just cut the ring that holds the barrel with the little screw. This little ring would have go, let me just remove this barrel. This little ring would have go right there in the shell with the screw going down there. I would have had to put a notch in this one. Quite some shell modification, but it would have worked as a quick change for the barrel. This is to keep in mind, it could be used for a quick change for the barrel. But since it was a lot of shell cutting, and when I modify a blaster like that, I like to not cut the shell, configure it and keep it like that with minimal maintenance. And cutting this shell was putting a lot of work and will scare a lot of people. Then I had an idea that we use in other projects, that other blaster, other upgrade, like the machine brass barrel for the Dart Zone Pro MK2. It uses an O-ring to stop it inside of the shell. There's a groove in the barrel, but with the way this front section is made, using some O-ring in a certain pattern, in a configuration, small one and bigger one. No, I got thin one and I got bigger one. If you give me just a second, I'm gonna be able to give you the exact number. There is a slight difference in thickness, but they are the same diameter originally. Yeah, those might have been stretched a bit because of my test. but arranging them in a certain configuration at the tip of it, because if we go at this very tip, we have a deep crease that is a certain length, and then we have a very shallow one with little lines of plastic and different height, different depth. The way I install it, I installed 2 big O-ring to fill this gap here, and if I remember correctly, it's 6 small O-ring to finish filling this tip here completely to the tip, meaning when I put my barrel, it's gonna stay there stuck in place whatever I do. And the O-ring, when I'm gonna close the shell, they're gonna compress around the barrel, holding it even more. For the one of you scared of this little screw hole or the front tip or this screw because it's gonna like put a little tension to the front of the blaster, let me tell you that this cap, when it goes in front, holds everything very tight. So basically it's this cap that is gonna hold your barrel in place. Once we take, let me just remove the orange tip, once we take a step drill and we enlarge this hole so the barrel can pass through, because now that's what retained the barrel inside of the blaster. So let me enlarge this hole a little bit and show you the barrel with the correct configuration of O-ring. I will take a 310mm barrel coming from a Prophecy. For the test, I am not going to cut the barrel, but I am going to cut the chambering section when I'm going to do the final mod. Okay, I'm all done here on this little part. Here it is drilled. I took a step drill, very easy. I shoved it down until it reached the correct size, and now it is barely just fitting through. So this thing will accept a longer barrel now. This longer barrel, like I said, I'm gonna focus that for you. I put 6 small O-ring, 10 O-ring, and 2 thicker one. The 2 thicker one goes in a larger part of the shell, and when the shell is closed, they get compressed. The other one are to fill the dead space to prevent the barrel to move back and forth. So this should go right in very easily. I'm not gonna seal this hand for now because this barrel is gonna be removable. I'm gonna have to remove it and cut down this little chambering part, chamfered section that they have to accept the worker plunger, because for this blaster you need 2 times this hand at both sides. So I'm gonna cut this one down and put the end back inside, but for now I want to see the result with the barrel in. Is it at the bottom? Yes, it is. I'm gonna even have to push my O-ring a bit towards the back so they stay there. Let me, yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't want to move. And this one either. So it's really stuck to the dart gate. See that thing here? This is the look that this blaster is gonna have, and I'm gonna be able to put either a scar or bearing scar on it for functionality. Well, let me close that back and we are gonna test it. Yeah, at the same time, since I opened it and I haven't done that last time, I put some Teflon tape on the plunger to help the O-ring, because this is too small. Most of my leak was there. The O-ring on the pusher itself was great, same for the second O-ring on the push rod. So now let's close this blaster. Okay, blaster is all put back together. I just haven't clipped the handle because I expect reopening it soon. But this is what it looked like. For the seal, okay, this is my 25M spring inside. For the seal, okay, it's not perfect. I got a small leak at the, I got a small leak at the pusher. We'll need to solve it, but it's still sealing. I should get over 250 FPS out of that thing with a SCAR barrel. Now, only thing to do, put a mag in, the SCAR on it, and try it on the chronograph. Okay, the chronograph test for the budget sniper Fire Phoenix Valkyrie clone with the new barrel and the SCAR. With the original barrel and the original spring, this particular unit was shooting about 135 with regular half dart and was shooting around 155, 160 with bamboo 2.0. Then with the 25 end spring, it was shooting around 230 because the seal is not perfect on it. The seal on my gray one is better than this one, but it was shooting 230, 240-ish with the 25 end spring, and with bamboo 2.0 it was shooting the 255 FPS easy. Now let's see if there is any improvement, loss or anything. I'm gonna use bamboo 2.0, so anything above 255 FPS is an upgrade for this particular unit. And now it's empty. Still got a minimal seal on it. Let's try a few other darts, because I want to know what they fetch with other darts. 265 maximum, 251 minimum, average of 258. That's a little varied, but that's with a SCAR and the longer barrel. Let me try put a few mixed dart inside this thing. I put a variety of dart inside. Let's try them. All regular dart, no bamboo 2.0 inside this magazine, so we're gonna see. It's a mix of worker, AF, dart zone. Okay. Oh, that was bad. Okay, still not bad. It's really in the 230, 240 range, 243 average. That is with a bunch of mixed dart, the SCAR barrel on it. I mean, this is good for a $50 blaster with a almost $0 Angle Talon mag adapter, with a recovered barrel from a Prophecy, a few O-ring to hold it in place. I think that's very interesting, and now it's compatible with SCAR barrel. That is super, super neat. So, here it's done. The barrel have been swapped on this budget Fire Phoenix, allowing us to put a little SCAR barrel on it to help with precision. The FPS was not exactly on par with my other Fire Phoenix, but it's coming its way. The seal is not perfect, but I am not gonna rush on my seal right now, since, like I told you before, I need to order the black expanded metal tube to put in there so I can shove the metal CNC part inside this little beauty. But so far, 240-ish, 250 and more on bamboo 2.0. Precise sniper, quite a short profile, even with the stock extended on it. I mean, it's not that long of a blaster. It's super nice. And with the adapter, I mean, this thing is awesome. You really can just click your mag in. It's solid, it feels sturdy. And like I told you, I got some leak at the plunger, the pusher, but it's gonna solve itself when I receive my expanded tube and when I change the part with better O-ring. Yeah, this step 2 was basically 8 O-ring, 6 very thin O-ring, 2 thicker one to change the barrel. So yeah, quite simple. Until step 3 when I receive my plunger tube. That's it for this small video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at @ThatOldNerdGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.